All right, Geminis, welcome to your May of 2016 Sidereal Astrology forecast. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link because the signs are different. All right, so Gemini, I'm going to talk about the major events of this month. We've got, of course, a new moon, a full moon. We've got planets shifting into new signs, of course. Your ruler is retrograde at the beginning of the month, but going direct on the 22nd. So it is this time, I think, to reflect in that sense, which I'll talk about. But there is then that forward-moving energy at the end of the month. And then also at the end of the month, Jupiter squares up to Saturn for the very last time, which has been going on since August of last year, which is now this culminating point of a lot of things that we've been building along the life journey. So let's go and talk about this in terms of how the month starts. The month starts with the Sun, your ruler Mercury retrograde, and Venus all in your 11th house of Aries. So right at the beginning, there's a tremendous amount of energy you can gain right now by cultivating your ideals in life, your visions, your hopes, your dreams, and for some of you, maybe even connecting to community or groups or friends that you're a part of, or maybe online or technological. Whatever it is, involving things larger than yourself can be a very good source of energy for you. With Venus, you can enjoy them, in fact, and maybe even meet people in that sort of sphere. And with your ruler retrograde, though, there's this reflection about it. Maybe you're rehashing, redoing, rethinking about these ideals or maybe these group things. So whatever it is for you there, it is good with your ruler retrograde to try new things, to be adaptive, and see where things take you this month. And you know, with that, it's always good too to take action, even though you don't want to get yourself in any situation you can't get back out of, or that you can't change if you want to, because likely during your ruler retrograde things do change, and so you want to have you know, open paths for you to try different things, be malleable and adaptive in that process, but still good to work on these ideals, visions, and maybe even group matters. So that's going to be the beginning of the month, and on the 6th, which is the first major event, we've got a new moon in that 11th house of yours. So a good time to plant new seeds here at this time. The new moon is a bit more of a reflective time. It's a good time to maybe write some intentions down. This is where things could be culminating in about 6 months for you. It's a very nice house. You know, it has to do with, again, the things that you want in life, the ideals, the things larger than you, and maybe even, again, the group stuff. So whatever that is, it's going to be forming a kite in the chart for you. So there's a lot of support from the different areas involving that. And one thing I want to mention also is that it's going to be very close to a conjunction with your ruler Mercury. So there could be some newness about you. Maybe a new image, a new you involving community or with these ideals and things that you could be cultivating for the next 6 months. Now on the 9th, we've got Jupiter going direct finally. So it's been a very internalized time with opportunities over the past roughly 5 months. And this has been the opportunities that you've had for about the past 9 months, give or take, involving your 3rd house, which is everything in your immediate environment. All right, so it could be like learning, reading, writing, practical information, socializing, right? Anything that's about to and fro energy, it's your house. So it's a great time now this month to take what you've learned the past 5 months about your insights, communication, the practical stuff, and start to move forward with it. Especially by the time Jupiter gains momentum at the end of the month, you'll probably find a lot of that energy starting to move forward, and you'll probably see more outside experiences, creating opportunities for you to connect and synergize and learn and read and exchange and all of that stuff in your immediate environment. Now on the 14th, the Sun shifts into Taurus. So this is going to be the emphasis on your 12th house, making the second half of the month a bit spiritual. And this is going to be the area where you're going to have a new moon next month. So I think it's good to reflect, to get that alone time the second half of the month, to meditate, really connect to the present moment, whatever it is you do to connect to your spiritual self and to God and the universe, and get that rest, because it's the time of the year for you to do that. And on the 19th, you can probably find you enjoy it quite a bit, in fact, with Venus shifting into that 12th house, right? Maybe even your relationships take on a bit more of an acceptance or tranquil energy to them as well, because Venus does not mind being in that 12th house. And you can also gain that energy with the Sun there. So on the 21st, we've got the full moon. It's going to be right on the cusp between Libra and Scorpio. So this is your 5th and your 6th house. Now, the full moon is usually a status check, usually a sort of cultivating time for things that maybe you've been involved with over the past 6 months. So now see, for you, your self-expression, and even see your work or your routine, how those are going in your life, and maybe your interests and stuff too with the 5th house. So it's good to, you'll naturally have those insights, but it's good to take action during a full moon because the energies are high here. So with those insights, it's applying it, expressing yourself, following your passions, following your interests, maybe getting that work or the routine or the diet stuff taken care of. And it can be a very motivating full moon because it is going to be conjoining up to Mars. And although Mars is retrograde, you're probably going to find that the first half of the month you're still reflecting on the work stuff and maybe even redoing the routine and the regiments and stuff. And then the second half you'll probably find you're reflecting on the self-expression. But with that expression does come a tremendous amount of illumination and motivation in those areas of this later part of the month. Now on the 22nd, your ruler goes direct, so obviously give it some time for him to gain his momentum, get out of his shadow period next month. But you'll probably find this last week is a bit more forward moving for you, and a lot of the things you maybe learned about community or about your ideals and stuff can certainly be implemented a lot easier in that sense, or you just find that through that knowledge, through that insight that you've gained, you're much more clear in terms of where you're headed, because this is your ruler. And so with all these retrogrades that your ruler does every year, you guys always have this good time to kind of reevaluate things, reevaluate your goals, reevaluate who you are so that you can apply it and move it forward in that sense. Now on the 26th, we've got Jupiter squaring up to Saturn for the last time, like I was saying. So with this one, this is all about this final integration with where we can take this patient, disciplined approach, which has been Saturn in your 6th house, hopefully helping you get that routine taken care of, that diet, the regiments, your works, your crafts. Hopefully you've been taking that seriously for about the past year. And with that solid foundation there, it's directly supporting and concretizing this Jupiter in your 3rd house to, again, help you understand more about the practical aspects of life. And again, maybe socializing, reading, writing, whatever it might be for you personally. But it's good to integrate both of these, to see the possibilities with your immediate environment, with the social aspects of life, the mental aspects of life too, and the routine, right? Really getting that regiment and stuff taken care of. And you'll find that integrating these two areas very well. All right, Gemini, so have a fantastic month. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.